When I was 12, I visited my uncle Tio Sabello in Libas, drawn by the treats at his house, cane syrup, coconut meat, and ripe fruits. During these visits, I heard tales about Minggay Awok, a witch whose reputation spread through the surrounding barrios. Mingay lived in a small, rickety hut by a creek, her home as feared as she was. The hut leaned precariously, with its few openings concealed by tattered sacking. Rumors suggested she had bottles filled with insects and strange powders, tools of her witchcraft. People claimed that those wronged by her faced dire consequences, carbuncles, chronic fevers, and diseases that disfigured them. Despite numerous attempts to harm her, Mingay always emerged unscathed. Once, a man set her hut ablaze, thinking to kill her. It burned to the ground, but she appeared a week later, unharmed. Her only companions were a lean, black sow and a few chickens, which roamed freely, unbothered by the neighbors who feared her wrath. Mingay was rumored to have mystical creatures, a wak-wak, a nocturnal bird, and a sigbin, a bizarre animal said to assist her in dark deeds. Even as I feared her, I often wondered if she was merely a legend. Still, her presence loomed large, especially when I passed her hut, haunted by the stories of her malevolence. One night, I had to deliver medicine to Tio Sabello's sick wife. As I walked, the belet tree near Mingay's hut filled me with dread. It was said she waited there for unsuspecting passers-by. Steeling myself, I hurried past, heart racing at every shadow. On another occasion, I spotted something in the creek, initially thinking it was Mingay bathing. It turned out to be a carabao. The witch seemed to haunt my thoughts, lurking in the corners of my imagination. While fishing one day, I encountered an old woman by the creek, gentle and kind. She offered me tips on catching shrimp, reminding me of my own grandmother. She spoke of her long-lost son, whom she hadn't seen since he left home in anger. Her eyes were surprisingly youthful, yet her body told a different story. I felt a chill when she mentioned her home, across the belet tree. Her probing gaze unnerved me, and I excused myself, running when I thought I was out of sight. Later, as I examined my catch, I realized I had taken shrimp that belonged to her. Anger surged within me, and I hurled them back into the creek, as if to rid myself of the witch's influence. In that moment, I learned that fear could twist even the kindest of encounters into something sinister. Mingay, real or imagined, had woven her way into my life, reminding me that the stories we tell often carry a weight of truth.